Kids correspondence. I found this interesting. Paul says, hi. I had a question on how to explain events in America to my two kids aged 13 and 11.
Oh.
At school, they get either Trump is going to destroy the world and start World War III, or a small minority of he's a genius who no one understands and will transform the world for the better from their friends. They often ask me what the impacts of tariffs or decisions like taking over Gaza, Greenland, Canada, Panama Canal, etc. will have on us. Interested in your views on how to respond. What I've been saying is that Trump talks a lot, and I think those things make the news, but other things are quite absent. His trimming of legal firms, deportations, etc., and to focus on what he does, not what he says. Also, the USA is a powerful country, but it's not the only one in the world, and we here in Australia are not that significant to the US or the world. He's just there for a bit under 4 years now, and things should be okay for us here, but it is a shake-up of world order, and the impacts are yet to totally play out. That's a really interesting question, Paul. Like, I had this exact problem with my own kids because they obviously take an interest in my work. And especially in Trump's first term when they were a bit younger, they were really scared about America.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
really. Like, it made them cry. One of my daughters was genuinely scared shitless about nuclear war with North Korea in Trump's first term. She was
Wow.
like, because at the time, remember all the press coverage?
I do.
Yeah, and she totally was reading that and just going, we're all going to die. There's going to be a nuclear war.
Oh, that's sad.
And so I had this exact question. And I'm not telling you what to do, but I can tell you what I did. Seemed to work out okay. My kids aren't completely screwed up. I saw America back in 2017, 2018, and I think today is no different, as a great case study of critical thinking. And that's what I did with my kids. I used it as a case study for critical thinking.
That's fun. I like this.
So I'd say, okay, here's the problem that Trump is trying to solve. Whether they bring up something, whatever it is, Greenland or whatever. I go, okay, first thing I want you to think about is, why is he talking about Greenland? What problem is he trying to solve? And I'd get them to come up with it. And if they didn't come up with it, I'd come with it for them. I explain to them. I'd
Fun.
say,
Cool.
here is the problem he's trying to solve with Greenland. Okay, so now we've established that. What do you think of his solution? This is what his solution is. This is the problem he's trying to solve. This is how he's trying to solve it.
And then you get the child to make a critical judgment.
I go,
cool.
what do you think of his proposed solution? What's right with it? What's wrong with it? Tell me. Is it going to work?
Nice.
And I would get them to, because I was interested in the topic because of the news and it's all kind of sexy because it's Trump stuff. So get them to just do some hardcore legal philosophy. Just go, okay, so let's break this down. Is this, what's wrong with this solution? And then they'll tell me, and I go, okay, let me tell you what the critics are saying. The critics just said what you just said. They do say that. I give them an example. I'll go, but they also say this. So what do you think of what the critics have to say? Do you think that will work any better to solve the problem? Let's not forget the problem we're trying to solve. Do the critics have the answer? How do we solve the problem, given what you've said is right and wrong with Trump's solution and what is right and wrong with the Democrat solution? How do we get there? And I would just do it that way. I'd make it about the issues. I wouldn't make it about Trump at all, because the more you talk about Trump, the more they cry. Things get scary. Things get emotional. Things become partisan, and they're just like, but when you're talking about issues, that's not partisan. That's just logic. And that's valuable. It's actually valuable to them.
And teaching and history and great.
Yeah. And so that's what I was doing with my kids. You can choose to do that or something else, but it worked for me. And they really enjoyed it. And we did that a lot. And and honestly, just our little sort of thinking sessions on the issues were a lot more in depth than the news coverage that they were getting otherwise. You'll probably be unsurprised to hear that. And talking about issues takes all the emotion out of the explanation as well, which is what you want to do if you've got kids who are upset. Like maybe you want them to be upset. Like maybe there's an issue that you feel very strongly about, and you think like when you're talking like gulags in El Salvador or something, you want them to be upset about it. Maybe you do. Me personally, I don't want my kids to be upset about that. I want my kids to be intelligent about it. And there'll be time. There'll be time for them to get upset about things when they're older. Doesn't have to be now.